Hello, back again. Well, I'm a bit obsessed with this figure, so I'll try something new. I'll do not new, but new is a technique. So let's see how can we start it in a different way. So before we do anything, just blur everything at the top. Okay, what do I mean by that? Head, hand, shadow on his elbow. No, elbow is here. Yeah, elbow there. Top of his hand. Left hand. Rib cage. And then I'll darken this instead of leaving it bright. So a different method. That's his hip. Here you got the shadow of his foot, calf, and then his shin. See, we're already there. Well, sort of there. And what else? Calf, as I said. Then you have the foot, which hangs about there. And then you have the other, his left foot. That's his right foot. Obviously, that's his left foot. And then you have, again, moving it back here. As we said, that is at the same, the end of his thigh, left thigh, is at the same, exactly same horizontal line with his left thigh. I need to be a bit more inventive here in a minute to try and find different ways, different avenues for the same portrait. Okay. So let's get back here. His bottom. Then you got his, because it's such a beautiful pose, so I wanted to get something new out of it. I mean, I'm not inventing the wheel here, but what I mean by new is that a new way of doing it, more artistic. I mean, you might be wondering what that means. Maybe I don't know it myself, but just a new way. I mean, you don't have to have all the answers. You just want a new, a new approach to an old, not an old, but to an old idea maybe. That's it, an old idea, that's a better word. You see, highlighting where I do see the blacks. And that's his nose, as I said. Then you have his elbow. And then you have, again. So you see, it's not a necessity to do different drawings, is to explore and to exhaust what we already know. To make something, to explore the same pose with a different method, slightly different method. As you can see here, that's it. So dark, that's his calf here. I'm going really, really dark here. Look how small my charcoal is. It's about 1 centimeter in diameter. Then you have his calf being, that's his shadow. And here is his shin, ends up here, and then the whole leg moves down here. And not to forget the store. And then you have the shadow of his head. You see? A recognizable figure but at this point, with minimum minimum lines, not approach, lines, minimum lines, or minimum shadows. I mean, well, not minimum shadows, but a minimalistic approach. That's a better word. A minimalistic, just the basic, a simpler way of approaching the same pose. Line here. That's his hair. Right down here. Okay, I've got already a style on his hair. Maybe I don't want that. But why not? We'll leave it at that stage. I think he's got a little bit of a wider hip here on me. So you see I've trimmed it already here instead of there. A new line here. And you know, rib cage here. And then you have that. There. Maybe I should move that there. That's it. That's better. That's better. And then you got here. Just get this kneecap here a little bit more emphasized. And there you are, that leg. Oh God, that is too long now. So I'll cut it here. That's better. And then you have that. Not too much, not too much. Not too much. Concentrate on this foot because that's the furthest away. So you don't want too much information because then he comes forward. Toes here. See, I'm dimping them down because I don't want them too intense, too much in my face. They need to be softened and kept back there. That's it. Actually, even more back there. So like this. Look at that. Wow. That's stylizing it. This is what is stylizing when they say stylizing a model or a pose. This is the stylizing. It creates a style. And that's what these famous artists had, you know, like Picasso and Velázquez and Cézanne and all the Impressionists, or Monet more than Monet. So yeah, create a, see, with, look at that, with more, we've said that many times, we said geometrical shapes, that's it, more geometrical shapes, why not? You can do it. See where I'm coming back now? You can see there. And then highlighting that through. Highlighting this. These eyebrows. And then you have it. Lips. Chin. I'm making it a little bit different, obviously. I'm getting a little bit of information from the original, but also we need to do our own thing here. That's it, our own thing. And that's it. Back. His backhand as a back of his hair. Not sorry, back end. I mean back of his hair. All right. Okay. Now, before I start put lots more darks there, I better get going with the hair. There you are. Is reminding me a little bit of those Japanese drawings of heroes. Okay, there you are. But actually I don't want as much shadow there. I want a little bit more of a neutral tone here, not too dark, not too bright. Something in between. Rib cage, his belly. I'm running out of clean fingers here now. And that shadow here, that's it. Okay, it gives you more of a warm feel by darkening like this. Not bad for such a short time. See, when you know somebody, I mean, we don't know the model, but when you know, well, say that we know him, well, in fact, we know the pose because we've just done it in the previous drawing. But when you know the pose and you repeat it, you see, I always envy you when I say you can go back and fix it. This is me going back and fixing it. A straight line from the nose down here. So that's his heel. So you see, when I say go back and fix it, well, I say it to you, but I never do it myself. So, well, this is the time to do it myself. I'm not fixing what I've done previously, because what's done is done. But I'm doing it again, which is even better. Better doing it again. I've said it to you many times. The repetition is the mother of knowledge. But, wait for it. The father of boredom. Well, it's okay. I mean, we're not repeating it 100 times to get bored. It's just a couple of times, so be patient. Okay. Yeah. See, a bit more of a round move here. That's it. So I want that leg back there. You see, pushed away. That's it. Brighter. A little bit darker here. All right, okay. Now, with a sharper, look how sharp that is. Now let's go a little bit more specific here. And darks here are really beautiful. Here we are, and then a little bit of highlights. We don't have to do that anyway. Not as much. The nipple, that's a tiny detail. We're not after nipples. It's the last thing in my mind. Although it's your face, it's in your face, you cannot avoid it, but from the importance perspective, it's the last thing you should do. The guy has got his eyes open. Why did he close it, guys? Why did he close his eyes? So let's open up his eyes a bit more. Make him a bit more cheerful. Alright, he's in strain. He's taking a difficult pose, poor man. And then a little bit of hip muscle. beautiful muscle here coming right through. You got this muscle, which is big. That's it. Now this is the shin, heel. I just want to give it just a line there. That's enough. That's enough. No more. No more information there. I'm actually dropping his leg even more. Doesn't have it as much. But I think it makes more sense by dropping it like this. There you go. That's better. Putty rubber. Okay, let's go and fix this. And let's give you more light here. Highlight this a bit more. Okay. Hip area here. His six pack. I can call it this way. Well, it doesn't have as much. It doesn't look like, but I mean, again, we're not making a pretty man here. We're making a gesture. With that comes a pretty man as well, but pretty body. But it's basically I'm after the gesture here. So I'm not after the six packs. Well, you don't actually see it here either. Well, you do see a little bit of it here, but okay, brighten it up a bit more. Half tone. There you go. And then a bit more neck. And negative shape. People, negative shape. Very important. Not only creates a space, which is needed because it's a bit too tight here, but also it's good for ambience as well. You need some breathing space, you see. And this is the breathing space that we're providing here. And that bright line of his what's that called? Oh, I forgot. I'll find out later on. It will come. Hear that under his armpit. That's it, armpit. Then some rib cage initials here, just to see. So what we know what we're talking about. And that muscle here, which stretches from his rounded body here. And that becomes one with that. That's it. Now, let's get that going here. Get that dark off, up to here. There you go. That's better, sorry. Okay. Some lights, some highlights, not many, just few, because again, don't want that to be too bright, you don't want it to be too light again. There's something in between. There we are. Okay. And I mean it's gone too long now. See this? It's longer than that. So either I can raise or make that longer or shorten this distance. So I can shorten that, I can do both. Shorten that a bit, lower, and then raise this. Look at that. So we could come to that line, shooting up a bit more. There you go. thinking of something now. Get a new way, exciting way to make it look different, more powerful than the previous one. Okay, we've done that before, so I'm thinking of spraying it. Now that I've got the whites out, as such, now I can spray it. I mean, this is coming now in my head now. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, but look, I mean, you just have to try. And a bit of neck, making a bit longer neck. And before I spray it, as I said, let's highlight his nose, eyelids, eyebrows, forehead. Where is gone now? Oh, he's gone from my phone. What did I do? He's gone from my phone. Okay, found it. Now this hand is really big. I mean, he looks like Schwarzenegger, but it's only on this hand. So you need to have a logic. You need to follow. If that's large, that needs to be large as well. Is what I say to you. And then here, a bit of muscle work here. That's it. That's good. Now that is the same space I need to release here. See, there you are. Same space with the head on this side. You need to do it on both sides, and then brighten this up. Look at that. That needs to go light as well, because that's the light is coming this way. Break that with light. So instead of using rubber this way, I'm using rubber that way here, just to break that monotony. Okay. Before I spray it, just lose that a bit more. Slightly lighter. Darker. And raise this neck up here. And a little bit more, just to break the monotony of moving it this way, moving it in a different approach, from up down. And then they do have a connection here, and then a little bit off again, lighter here. And okay, you might be saying, just why not do this 6-pack even if it's not there? All right, I agree. Why not? All right. Okay, kind of. Now, again, try to spray it, because it's not a portrait, so try not to focus too much on the portrait. But as the saying goes, the first thing that the eye sees is the portrait, so try not, again, it's not a portrait drawing, it's a gesture drawing. But hey, we've got to do everything. Eyelid, nose. And I don't want to take the attention from the body really, but you just cannot avoid not doing the portrait. Okay. Okay, that's giving him too much of a moustache there. Didn't mean to do that, but it just goes in its own way. He's got his own way of dealing it with, the rubber goes wherever he wants to go. He shouldn't, but in this case he did. So in not to go where you to make it to go where you want to go, then you do that. See, sharpen it up. Okay. Now get rid of these lines. Make his body a lot more muscular. Okay, that's a good one. Here, create a beautiful edge. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, now let's pray. Give it a couple of minutes to spray to let it dry. Okay, shake the spray, shake it. That's it. Now let's see. Should actually leave it for a couple of minutes, but it's hard to leave it because I want to change it again. What's the date today? Let me see the date. It is 14th. No. All right, just a few touches, okay? Do not overdo it. Nose. Just to give him a bit more of a straight on look. He's got his eyes open. Upper lip. He looks quite young here, which is a good thing. A bit more. Half tones, just touch them. A bit darker. Okay. I know that the eyes, I said, the eye always goes to the portrait. Okay, look at that. Give it a bit more of a oomph there. See, after the spray, you see? You see people, look after the spray, look what it does. It's amazing. Creates a beautiful surface. The upper body. Elbow. Okay. That's too dark. Get rid of it. That's it. That's better. And you have the his upper thigh coming right here, and just give a bit more work here. Shin. Amazing. From now on, I always say, just spray it, people. Okay, spray it, everyone. It's a lot better when you spray it. So you see, instead of using a line, you use the shadow. Another way of doing it. That was too strong. Cuff. That's it. Okay. And then getting back to his gluteus. There we are. That's better. Okay, just could not contain myself. Just want to show the sole of his foot. Huh? I don't have that information here, to be honest. But well, it is there, but I want to show it in a different way. I want to show the sole. Instead of showing the leg, I want to show the sole of his foot. Where's the putty rubber? I missed the putty. Okay, found it. Trying to get his top of his foot. Sole. And then you have here, heel. Don't want to go too dark, because otherwise again it attracts too much attention. Okay, now toes. Okay, now why I'm working a lot more here, because I'm giving him a little bit more of a perspective. What do I mean by that? The more on the foot you work, the closer the foot comes to us. The closer the foot appears to be. This is it. And that dark comes right here, beyond his body, behind his body, and it appears to be back here. Anyway, it's a bit more rounded here, huh? You see? And then round it up, some darks here. That's a good one. But then, don't want that too bright. That's way too bright. See? Why not do it this way? We started this way anyway, so why not go back to our principles to make it completely, as much as we can, different. If you don't try, you don't get it. So you see? Why not try and make it different? Let's emphasize that a bit more. Yeah, okay. I think I lost a little bit of freshness here. And what do I mean by that? It's gone too dark too soon and everywhere. So let's be a bit more generous with the lights. Give it a bit more light. There we go. Rib cage again. Rib cage and this muscle, beautiful muscle coming. Getting him. A little bit more light here. The round muscle. Another round muscle is around his belly button. Okay. A bit more light here, lighter there, and again, a bit more lighter here. this connects with that side. So this muscle here connects with this side here. All right. And this highlight. Okay. Cutting that a bit more, just not to make his foot way too long like it is appearing to be here. And we're pretty much done with this one as well. Okay, class, so exhaust your models. Just work it again and again. As I said, I do tell you to work on yours, but you never see me going back to the one that I've done before. So let's exhaust the possibilities of working on a beautiful model like this.